Hi everyone, I'm Bhavi and thank you for watching this video and thank you for clicking on this video. I want to talk about four lobes of our brain: frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital lobe. I want to start my first piece of content with something informative, educational, and nerdy. But in the next video, I'll make my regular vlogs, my makeup content, and my philosophical content. But this is something nerdy. And since I'm a psychology student, I want to help psychology students out there to understand this topic because it is very important. Let's get started with the frontal lobe. So as you can see, the features of frontal lobe that are mentioned on your screen. So these are functions of frontal lobe. It is very important for motor control. It is extremely important for thinking, extremely important for memory, reasoning, self-control, maintaining social expectations, planning, logical thinking, abstract thinking, for your speech production. And there's this area in your frontal lobe which is called Broca's area, which is extremely important for your speech production, and it is in your left hemisphere of frontal lobe. So when you have a question in your exam, what is important for your speech production in your frontal lobe, which part, then you would say Broca's area. You would mark the answer Broca's area. And also, it is very important for motor control, thinking, memory, reasoning, logical thinking, self control, maintaining social expectations, planning, and abstract thinking. Let's come to parietal lobe. Now, parietal lobe is extremely important for touch, taste, smell, spatial perception. It means the body movements, limb position, awareness. It is very important for academic skills. It is very important for math calculation. So, something that is very much related to your academics, your reading, your writing, your senses. That's why parietal lobe is extremely important after frontal lobe, right? And now we will talk about your temporal lobe. But you can take a screenshot if you want, and if you have not understood anything, you can let me know in the comment section. But I hope you have understood most of the things. Also, don't forget this point that temporal lobe is extremely important for awareness of your body parts, right? So, your body parts, and to get the awareness of that, you have parietal lobe, right? So, these things are very important, especially when you're giving your entrance exam, CVT, PG. You cannot forget this, right? It is very, very important. And I am making this video very short for your overall revision, but if you want a lengthy video on these lobes, you can please let me know, right? I hope you have understood parietal lobe and the brief functions of parietal lobe. Now let's come to temporal lobe. Now temporal lobe is very, very important for your hearing, for your audition, right? For your understanding language, organization, sequencing. It is very important for information retrieval, musical awareness, memory, hearing, learning, and feeling. So, feelings, hearing, also auditory functions are very important in temporal lobe. Now, there's this area in temporal lobe that you should not forget. It is called Wernicke's area, right? Wernicke's area. Now, like in temporal frontal lobe, you had Broca's area. Same in your temporal lobe, you have Wernicke's area. Now, if you remember, I told you Broca's area is important for speech production, whereas a Wernicke's area in temporal lobe is important for comprehending a speech, for speech comprehension. So, speech production, remember, frontal lobe, Broca's area. Speech comprehension, to understand a speech, you have Wernicke's area, right? And it is very important for processing auditory information. And let's talk about occipital lobe. Occipital lobe functions. Easy to understand? Now, what is occipital lobe? It lies on the back of your brain, right? On the back of your head. And it is called occipital lobe because it is very important for your vision, visual processing center. So whenever you see something, your senses go to occipital lobe, your visual senses go to occipital lobe. I've already discussed with you that occipital lobe is very important for vision, and it is very important for your sight recognition, for your face recognition and object recognition. It is important for intentional muscle movements and everything related to vision. Whenever vision comes to your mind, occipital lobe should come to your mind. For memory formation, it plays an essential role for depth perception and distance, right? If you study depth perception in psychology perception chapter, you would notice that occipital lobe has an essential role in it. Without occipital lobe, you cannot see anything, you cannot process any visual information. That is why it is very important. It is also important for recognizing faces, memory formation, right? And it has a visual association area, which is very important because it interprets information acquired through your primary visual cortex, and that is why it is occipital lobe. All the lobes are given to you here. You can see frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital. We have cerebellum and spinal cord. I will tell you the role of cerebellum and spinal cord later on, not in this video. This video is only about four lobes of the brain, and this is a quick video. So if you were looking for a lengthy video, this is not the one for you. But if you're looking for a brief video to just revise the four lobes, then yes, this is a brief short video where I talked about few important functions of these four lobes of the brain. And that's it for now. I know I'm kind of nervous while explaining you these things, but I know that I am trying my best. And thank you for watching this video, and you can subscribe to my channel if you want. I will make more videos on many other topics also, not just psychology, not just this, but also about some philosophical stuff and all. That's why I want you to connect to me, and I will put my Instagram also. You can follow me there if you want. But that's it for now, and this is my first piece of content. Thank you for watching this, and I'm really grateful that you clicked on this video, and I hope I helped you in understanding this human brain anatomy and the four lobes. Thank you.